What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to try another little experiment. I figured in the vein of fire making and fire making techniques, today we were going to try to make our very own char cloth. Now what you're going to need to make this little experiment, you don't need the Ranger band per se, that's going to be for later. But today's just going to be the first part of this. You're going to need an Altoids can or something similar. The reason an Altoids can is preferred is because it vents naturally from the hinges in the back. You do need a tin can, and if it happens not to be an Altoids can, you're going to have to punch a vent, a hole in the can to vent out gases that escape during the experiment. Second thing you're going to need is a type of cloth. I chose denim, and all I did was cut about 15 to 20 strips of denim, little squares, or little fucked up squares, little fucked up squares of denim to put inside this Altoids can. Now like I said, you do need a vent, but you don't need to do anything with an Altoids can because it's already set up with natural venting. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make a fire and we're gonna cook this on the fire for about 15 minutes. Now that's what I've been told anyway. I'm not sure if varying temperatures matters at all, so we're just gonna try and make a fire and see what happens. We will test out char cloth tinder at the end of this video with ferrocerium rod, but the goal is to be able to make this char cloth and use an old-fashioned flint and steel. Now that will be in a separate video, so this is just step one of our primitive fire making techniques. Alright you guys, so I've collected a pile of dried twigs for our kindling. This is what the Altoids can looks like. This is the sheets of denim that I have inside of it. And we're going to start a fire and we're gonna cook this denim inside the Altoids can on top of the fire for about 15 minutes. Alright you guys, we're getting ready to cook our denim into char cloth. And we're setting up a fire right now. We're not doing anything fancy. I have the Les Stroud SK Desert. And I have some Kleenex down here and some pine needles, and we're gonna start this bad boy up. Oh, there you go. Let's try. Oh, okay, our pine needles caught. That was kind of a clusterfuck, but it worked out. I wasn't trying to be fancy or anything, but that was about as clumsy. That was about as clumsy as it gets. Alright guys, so we have our Altoids here. We're going to try to place them in the fire and start that cooking process. And like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing, but I've been told that it's going to take about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, to really get that denim to get nice and charred, and then we'll take it off. Alright you guys, it's time to take the char cloth out of the fire. It seems like the fire died out just in time too, which is excellent. And we'll remove the Altoid can from our embers, shake it off, and we will relocate it to dirt and let it sit there for a while and cool down. Alright, so we've removed the Altoids can from the fire with our charred denim. Hopefully, when we open it after it cools off, we will have achieved our task of making char cloth. Alright you guys, let's try and check this thing out without accidentally lighting my ass on fire. I'm sitting right over where the fire was. So, this is what it looks like after we took it out of the flames. Let's open her up and see what we got. Stuck. I think it welded itself. Oh, that's nice. I actually think we might have accomplished it. We might have actually did it. I'm gonna put it on the ground and we're gonna try to get a better view of this. All right, so that's the Altoids can once again, and I'm trying to fight the harsh lighting and the wind. Now it looks like we accomplished our goal, but we really won't know if we did until we can capture a spark onto a piece of this char cloth and then transfer it to a tinder bundle. So let's give that a shot right now. Here we go. All right, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but it is taking an ember in 2 separate locations. It's starting to glow red hot. Alright guys, so we succeeded in making char cloth, but we failed to transfer the ember from the char cloth to our tinder bundle in the back. So we're going to give it another go and see if we can get this thing to light up. Alright guys, this is going to be take 2 on trying to transfer an ember from our char cloth to this tinder bundle. Looks like the char cloth is going. Almost flew away on me there. Got an ember. That's only half the battle. Let's see if I can get this transferred. We did it. All right. We freaking did it. That's awesome. So as you can see, guys, getting a char cloth or successfully manufacturing your own char cloth is really only half the battle. You still have to have dry tinder, and you have to have all the other steps prepped too. You have to have your kindling ready, and then finally you have to have your fuel, which would be your logs. I'm just really excited. I'm really excited that we did this. This is so cool. All right, you guys, as you can see, we did accomplish our task of making our very own char cloth. This time we used a ferrocerium rod and a striker. Next time, we're gonna use a good old-fashioned flint and steel. However, I live in Louisiana along the Gulf of Mexico, so we don't have a flint aplenty. I'm gonna have to source that, and I'll grab a piece of carbon steel. I'm just really excited that we were able to accomplish this. This is a big accomplishment for me. I thought ferrocerium rod and tinder bundles and stuff like that were pretty neat and a pretty big accomplishment, but it's cool to be able to make your own fuel, your own char cloth. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next episode where we try to light this up with a good old-fashioned flint and steel. No promises. Thanks for watching.